What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Boleros. Sam here with the Sultan of Sando, Mr. Gablim, and Mr. Maui Yap. And I'm sure nakita nyo na sa description ng video na to. We were supposed to
Ateneo.
record. We were supposed to record a different episode, but we decided, hey, let's do a quick reactions before we record another episode. So we're going to do back-to-back episodes today. Gab, you wanted to say something?
Ateneo is blank. Yun na lang. Hindi ko
Ateneo is
sabihin.
blank. Akala ko sasabihin mo talaga eh.
Ateneo
Akala ko
is! Ateneo is! Ayoko.
blank. So,
I've been burned by that before. I'm not gonna do it again.
so first official game, I think, since the incident, Pinoy Liga game, Ateneo versus Olfu. We'll do instant reactions. This is just going to be a short episode, and then we'll do our continue our UAAP season 89 preview in the next episode. So, instant reactions, good things, bad things you saw. Let's go with Maui. Gab, I know you have a lot of feelings kasi marami kang minessage dun sa chat group natin. Let's go with Maui first.
Maui, go.
Yeah, I think the first thing that I can say is the first thing that I loved about this game is that Ateneo got the win. I think if there are people who need moral boost the most, I think it's the players who were also victims, as we've been saying on this podcast, of that tragic incident. I think them getting this morale booster after being out of competitive action in 2 months is a good thing. It might not have come from versus an NCAA or a UAAP powerhouse, but still, diba, they still were able to get the win. I think what I love the most during the game also was the fans, yung Ateneo fans. I think ako nga, I couldn't make the sacrifice of going to Blue Eagle Gym kahit malapit tayo nakatira, Sam, of waking up at 8 a.m. and going to Blue Eagle Gym. I think those fans deserve a lot of credit for supporting the young boys from Ateneo. Those were the two things that really stood out for me. Next is, I think I was pleasantly surprised. Ateneo was fighting through and keeping the game close before the fourth quarter, despite not struggling from the 3-point line. I think nung first half, 0 for 14 na ata sila or 0 for 16.
They didn't make a 3 at the end of the third quarter. I think,
yeah.
Nung City Travis Roberts.
Travis Roberts was the first to make a 3-pointer, and then I think yung 3-pointer ni Jared Bahay led the comeback and them pulling away nung fourth quarter. So if you were watching yung Ateneo Blue Eagles from the previous season, if the 3-pointer did not go in, it was really not a good thing for this team. They would usually struggle to get going if that wasn't going in. But yeah, I love how they were able to score from the mid-range. I love how the guards were able to get to the basket easily. Si Jared Bahay was in foul trouble but really broke out to fourth quarter. And I think si Gab would share the same sentiment. We held our breath when we saw that Jared Bahay re-injured his shoulder, but thankfully he was able to get back into the game and really lead Ateneo. A lot of people are probably gonna say yung value ni Jared Bahay does not really come from scoring, but when he's hot, Ateneo just plays a different type of ball game, which was really prevalent no fourth quarter when they pulled away from Olfu. I love how si Kiefer Alas was very aggressive, shooting 3-pointers, getting into his spot sa mid-range, driving to the baskets, picking up a few fouls, also an end one, getting to the basket. Si Espina is playing better. I think nung early preseason he was struggling. Si Travis Roberts looks like the real deal. But I think I have to say my new favorite player for this iteration of Eagles is Grayson Rogers, who I love his energy. I love how he hustles. I love how he plays on both ends of the floor. I love how he always drives to the basket aggressively. I think he's a player to watch out for. if I'm not mistaken, he started this game, and I think he will get a lot of minutes. His play style is the type of player that you want in winning basketball. Somebody who would dive for the basket, somebody who loves to play lockdown defense, full court lockdown defense, which Ateneo played which is a huge part why Ateneo won this game. And Ateneo played a lot of full court aggressive defense, forcing a lot of turnovers. Not something that we used to see. We used to see in previous years. Yeah, I think those were some of the good that I noticed during today's game.
Ako,
Yeah.
same with Maui. I really appreciate the Ateneans and the Ateneo community yung showing up for the boys. Even the Blue Bubble Band, the Blue Bubble Battalion who were there almost in full force going to the game. I think that was a big thing, giving it that real game vibes. They didn't have to go. I mean, bubble ako dati. Pag preseason, hindi naman namin pinapakailaman yan. I mean, we don't really go to preseason games, but I think the players needed it. And shout out to the Blue Bubble Battalion for showing up for the boys on a Sunday morning. Diba? So, kudos to them and kudos to the Ateneo community. Shout out to my best friend who celebrated his birthday by waking up early and going to the game, watching and supporting the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Shout out to you, mama.
That's the
My
definition of
man.
die hard.
Oh,
Kaya pala nanalo para sa kanya.
Kung kilala nyo siya, and Maui Sam, kilala nyo siya, he is die hard. He is the definition of die hard Ateneo fan. But shout out to him and happy birthday. So, I was happy na all fu ang kalaban because one, hindi sila push over. I think we previously talked about all fu. I think 2 off seasons ago when they pushed the UP Fighting Maroons to the brink and the UP Fighting Maroons almost lost to all fu. I do remember that they were down in the fourth quarter. It took a run in the fourth quarter para manalo ang UP. We previously talked about them. So, in fairness to all fu, because, if this were a blowout in favor of Ateneo, parang we wouldn't be talking about this for one. It's a blowout. It's like a 20 to 25 point blowout. Sabi natin, okay, at least they got their feet a little bit wet. Maybe sa next round they'll face you better competition. If it was a blowout the other way, if the opposing team was UAAP or NCAA level opponent, people will be bowing down their heads. The players will probably be disheartened and will get a lot of bashing. But this was, I think, a pretty good opponent. Because not NCAA or UAAP level, but still pretty competitive. I think Olfu has been champions in their home league for a couple of seasons or even before. I'm not that sure. So just correct me on that. But yeah, kudos to Olfu and brought a similar physical style of play from the Ateneo Blue Eagles. That the Ateneo Blue Eagles handed back to the All-Fu Phoenix. Because I think kung sanay ka under Coach Tab Baldwin, usually wala namang mga extracurricular activities ang Ateneo Blue Eagles. Diba? Usually, hindi naman sila team that likes to bring the physicality. Hindi naman sila team that likes to give stuff back in terms of physicality or extracurricular plays. But you saw a lot earlier. I think the Letran identity, the Louis Alas coaching is taking effect because one of the good things, I love the defense. This was one of the signatures of Louis Alas when he was coaching Letran. He loves to press. And Ateneo, yeah, they do token pressure sometimes. A token yung full court press. They don't necessarily go as hard on the defensive end when they're doing a full court press in the past. But now, Maui, I think, Sam, and I think you would agree, they went hard on their full court press. They were trapping like crazy. They were running up and down the floor. Uh, uh, I don't know if it's a breath of fresh air for everyone, but it's definitely reminiscent of teams like Franz Pumaren's Lasal or Alvin Ayos Mayhem defense. It was a lot like that. They made the run, I think, in the second quarter when they were forcing so many turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
When I think it was a lineup of Espinosa, Rogers,
Rogers. Yeah.
Espina, just creating havoc, running all over the floor, getting in passing lanes, yung running after players yung from behind, yung tapping the ball yung from behind. A lot of chaos on the defensive end. Uh, I like this. I think at least this could be their calling card. You know, this type of pressure, they're gonna try to speed the game up. They're gonna try to speed you up as an opponent. As an opponent, they're gonna try to speed up opposing teams. Try to make them play their style of play. So at least we can bank on that. We'll get to the offense later. It didn't look as good, but at least for the physicality and the defense standpoint, I think I liked what I saw. Sammy, go.
Yeah, I think for me, number one good thing, it's good to see them back. That's where I'm starting. I like how you guys mentioned seeing the fans supporting the players, but for me, first thing for me is like it's good to see them back. Most of them were there. A couple of guys were also not there because they're playing yung for the 3-on-3 sina Sean Tuanyo, Bongo. Yeah, but most of the guys are back. I think may mga
Oy,
injured lang
nakagila
din.
si Bongo. Maui, are you proud?
Dati
Go,
ko pa
Drew.
sinasabi yun. Let's see if he
Go,
gets a
Drew.
chance eventually sa 5v5.
Yeah, so that's what I want to see. I mean, that's what Ateneo fans want to see, diba? Them getting back to the court and getting ready for the UAAP kasi we want a competitive UAAP. Alam kong Atenista kaming tatlo, but we've always said we want a competitive season, and for us hindi siya complete kung wala din yung Ateneo doon. So, this is a chance for Ateneo to start slowly get back into the shape. And you guys talked about it. Syempre, the expectations aren't there yet after missing out on highly competitive play the past, 2 months. So, we don't expect them to be at 100% instantly, but this was a good start. And yun yung isa kong gusto din sabihin, and you guys mentioned, I think it was a good start for them. They got the win. It was still a challenging win against Olfu. Olfu kept it close for most of the game. Even led a couple of times, I think. So it was still a challenge for Ateneo. If I were to point out anyone that stood out, yeah, I think Maui mentioned si Rogers. I think Travis Roberts started to heat up in the second half. He got a ton of touches, and I like what I see from him because he's really long, but he's really like a wing or a guard from before. So he can stretch the floor, he can handle the ball, he can drive. So he can offer a lot of things on the offensive end. Si Kapihe was missing his threes, but I really like the addition of Kapihe.
I think he's gonna be one of the more important players
Ye-
on this team, Sammy.
Yep. I agree. So I really like the addition of Kapihe. I think this is a guy that Ateneo has been missing the past like 2 seasons. Another big that can guard the FSAs of the other teams, and someone that can stretch the floor, also has the potential to stretch the floor. I don't know, I don't understand why, but Ateneo has been undersized the past few seasons. So honestly, today it's still in my bad list na parang maliit pa rin tayo. You can see JM Leal guarding si ano pa Torre ba yon yung FSA ng Olfu.
It's not Torre. He's not Filipino. It's Ture.
Ture.
Sorry,
Ture. Torre kasi sinasabi dun sa broadcast eh.
Yung
So
comment ko sa broadcast eh. It's not
Don't
Torre.
get-
Hindi
Malay
si
mo!
Eugene Torre. Hindi si
Malay
Joel
mo!
Torre daw. JT's Manukan.
JT's manukan pala eh. No?
But
Malay mo
what's up?
naman.
We know why Ateneo's been undersized, di ba? Because all of the top big men have been going pro earlier.
Earlier or
Chua,
moving
number one
teams.
pick. Balungay, di ba?
Balungay.
Those are people
Correct.
who had eligibility pa.
So, at least yung isang backup big natin is not as stick thin, no? Yung manipis. At least I love seeing EJ Kapie, a big boy, in addition to an FSA there. I know he didn't have the best game, but I think he's going, just like what you said, Gab, I think he's going to be crucial for this Ateneo if they want to compete. So for me, it's a good sight to see a guy like Kapihe playing for Ateneo. Yeah, I think he's going to be one of Maui kung si Rogers yung sayo sa akin si Kapihe this coming season. I think he's going to be one of my favorite Ateneo players. Sige, let's go to you talked about the full court defense. Nagulat din ako doon. I didn't know ganun pala si Louis Alas, Gab. But okay, interesting.
Ganun, Sammy. And let's just say the attitude is don't give no Fs to
That I heard, but I didn't know the full court press.
those Letran teams of Louis Alas
Veteran
don't give no
basketball yan,
Fs.
bro.
Oh, it's a different brand of basketball than what Ateneans are used to. I assure you. I mean, I think first quarter pa lang si Jared Bahay was slapping away yung hands na defender niya. He was being called out yung by the ref for the physicality. He
got a warning, di ba?
Yeah, he
like,
got a
first
warning.
few seconds.
Ang daming bagsakan na nangyari nung second half. People were toppling over each other. Box outs were physical. You know, the fouls were physical. There were unsportsmanlike fouls. May mga elbows yung being thrown around. This is gonna be a different brand of Ateneo basketball. I mean, he's only been the coach for what? A month, because they didn't actually train or play for a month after the incident. But so Coach Luilas has only been coaching for a month. But I think you see his style creeping into these players who I don't think have played this way ever, but they're gonna have to play this way now. I don't think you can get on the court for Coach Louis Alas if you don't, have that same intensity. You don't have that fight. I mean, kahit si Alvin Kenglet, nagulat ako, was giving it to the other team.
Super quiet guy. We've met him. Quiet guy.
We've met him. He's a
boy.
quiet guy. He looks like a good boy. Pero
Mukhang
when he
good
started
boy.
playing, my goodness, he was fouling.
Diving everywhere.
Yeah.
Grabe yung ano niya.
Intensity.
Grabe yung isang offensive rebound niya of the
Lumipad siya. Yeah.
Lumipad siya. He really wants to get playing time.
Yeah, and I think he will. Maybe a third string shooting guard. I mean, if he keeps up that intensity, that defensive intensity, I think he'll find minutes for Coach Louis Alas. Coach Louis Alas loves those type of players. Those 100% energy guys. So I won't be surprised. Actually, I was surprised. Yung nagulat ako kay Alden Kinglet. Like, what?
That's true.
He plays like this?
Spicy. I guess let's go to the bad things. Gab, we can start with you.
Sakto. I do have something not Ateneo related, because I did hear from people in the venue that some Olfu players or a Olfu player was saying na mamamatay tao daw yung mga Ateneo Blue Eagles. And I do wanna address this at this point, because honestly, yung nakakagalit. If at this point naniniwala ka pa rin na that these players had something to do with the deaths of Bobet and to Divine Adili, look yourselves in the effing mirror and check yourselves naman. Sinampal na sa mukha ninyo yung katotohanan, hindi pa rin kayo naniniwala. Diba? It's a different kind of crazy when all of the evidence and all of the news that has come out in the past 2 months has pointed to the players not being involved, not at fault because of the deaths of Bobet and Divine, and still some people are choosing to target them. It is absolutely crazy. It's borderline stupidity to me that they are still the ones being targeted. If you are one of those people, I mean, come on, look yourselves in the mirror, check yourselves. Sinasampal ka na ng katotohanan sa mukha, pinipilit mo pa rin yung gusto mo. Nakakagago. It's crazy. It's just crazy. I don't get it. One of the phrases that I hate the most, when people say my truth, I want to believe my truth. There is no such thing as my truth. It's only the truth. So shut up. Shut up with the my truth. Ito yung itatagalog ko para mas maintindihan ng mga tao. Yung pag sinasabi nila na ito yung katotohanan ko, bullshit, gago. Hindi yan totoo. Walang ganun. Hindi ka pwede mag-form ng opinion and then just classify it as truth. That does not work. That's not how facts or truth works. I mean, guys, wake up. Stop targeting these players. Sabi nga ni Maui nung start ng episode, biktima nga rin sila eh. We're just happy that they're playing. We've called out our school. We've called out Coach Tab. Diba? Hindi kami blind. Yung kaming tatlo, I think no one is. Stop targeting these players. I mean, come on. Nakakagalit eh. There's still some people who chose to believe in fake news and just false information. It's just crazy. And it's leading to these comments and toxicity that's just unwarranted. So stop it. That's one thing. Feeling ko a lot of the Ateneo community were there also as a rest back because if there were those people there, I'm sure the Ateneo community would address it appropriately. I'm sure they were there to provide some protection and defense also for the player. So guys, just stop it. So yun, isa yun sa mga bad things sa amin. I was saddened to hear na may ganun pa ring mga comments, especially from an opposing team. Check yourselves, bruh. Check yourselves. Don't get it. Oh, go.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's way out of line. Agree with what you said, but sadly, I feel like it's something that they have to get to prepare for.
Yeah, but it doesn't make it right.
It doesn't make it right. I know.
All.
I know. I agree with you. I agree with what you said. I know it's way out of line, but I don't think it's gonna stop there. So
I don't
yun
think it's
lang.
gonna stop also, Sammy,
Yeah.
which is why I'm saying this right now. And we're gonna publish it. It's gonna go public. People can hate on me. I don't care. But it's wrong. And you should know what you're doing is wrong. If ever you are one of the people who are gonna do that or still think that way, it's wrong. It's not your truth. It's not the truth. Okay, so shut up with it. Okay, let's go back to basketball. Bad thing. We're gonna get pummeled in the paint. I think that was pretty apparent even when even before the incident. We were giving up a lot of paint points. I think we matched up with UST in Asia Basket in NSAC, and Colin Sokoe gave us the business, and this was also a good example of what happens when we go up against a big who's really big and can impose his size in the paint. I think si Toure really, Olfu really was feeding
Tore.
him. Shut up with the Tore. It's not Tore. It's not Pinoy. It's Toure. So I think Olfu yung did a good job of trying to find Ture yung in the paint so that he can score. I mean, he didn't have much of a matchup. And si Sultan Barua, he has his good qualities, but he's still pretty raw. Someone messaged me that he looks like younger Ike. Well, he is. He's 19 years old, which surprised me. I thought he was at least 20 or 21, but he's 19. He's still a teenager. He has
On
some good
paper.
qualities. Okay, in fairness, mukha naman siyang 19, Maui, yung si Sultan. So, he's a lot more athletic. May giggle. He had this one offensive rebound where he kind of gave a chicken wing to Toure and was able to get the end one. But for most of the game, he was in foul trouble. Couldn't control his excitement, his activity. His timing is still not there, but you see the makings of maybe a guy who can play defense against all 5 positions, because he does, unlike Ike and unlike Divine, he does have foot speed. He is pretty athletic. He is pretty spry. He just has to control his energy, control his timing. He wants to block shots. I think there was a play. I thought he should have gotten a foul where he chased down an Olfu player.
That
And
was a foul.
that was a foul. He definitely got him on the body, and that was supposed to be his 4th. And I was like, oh my god, this is why I said, Sam, I think si Kapia is going to be one of our more important players, because I
Agreed.
don't think you can trust Sultan with big minutes, like extended minutes. Because if you do, I think he's gonna get into a lot of foul trouble. So, spot minutes. So that's where Kapihe comes in. I think Kapie will get a bunch of minutes both as a power forward and as a center, so he'll get heavy minutes. But yeah, the size is gonna be a problem, because outside of Kapie and Sultan, you get to a rookie in JM Leal who did play decently, but was in foul trouble also. Couldn't handle the size of Toure. Um, Other than that, you're
Natatawa
gonna have
talaga
to.
ako lagi.
It's
Ture.
Toure. It's Toure. So, uh, other than that, you're gonna have to rely on guys like Logan Baldeazar, who wasn't suited up for this game. Maybe still dealing with that injury he had a couple of months ago. And you're gonna have to rely on guys like Drew Bongo now. Yung Sean Tuano, who both of whom were not there. Maybe see Travis Roberts. Yeah, the size is gonna be a problem. Our offense still needs a lot of work. Medyo kalat pa eh. I think pretty apparent. I think there was
Nawala ata si Gab. Sorry, nawala si Gab. Sobrang intense nung conversation niya. Hindi kinaya ng internet niya. So, Gab is back. Gab, you're talking about the undersized Ateneo.
Yeah. Again, if either Kapihe, Sultan get into foul trouble or get injured, you're gonna have to rely on a rookie in JM Leal. Then you're gonna have to rely on your bigger wings like Bongo, Tuano, and Roberts to get you out of it, and maybe si Logan Baltazar, who was not here. He was there on the bench but wasn't suited up. So the size is definitely still a problem. They're going to have to hit their threes. If there's one thing that their offense relies on, it's they shoot a lot of threes. And if they don't hit threes, as seen in the first half of this game, they are going to struggle to put up points. So they will have to rely now on forcing turnovers and getting fast break points. It will be interesting to see how they match up with bigger teams like UP, UST, FEU, NU, who are really rely on their bigs to play big minutes. So it'll be interesting to see if a guy like Sultan and Kapihe can actually match up. No, Kapihe is not big. I mean, he's 6'6", I think, or 6'7". So it's
Vertically.
gonna take a lot. Oh, it's gonna take.
Not big vertically.
It's gonna take a lot of creativity defensively to address the lack of size.
Maui, any bad things you saw?
Ako, I have to double down lang doon because there were so many offensive rebounds, especially in the second half. So many second chance points, and there will be bigger and better FSAs come UAAP time. I think that's a big problem. A big problem for Ateneo, di ba? We have a lack of big men, and knock on wood, any injuries or even foul trouble in any game could spell trouble for Ateneo. But I like EJ Capie as a player. I like how he battles. I like how he hustles. Hopefully, once the UAP season comes, he'll be able to get a better grasp of the offense. I haven't seen him hit a three-pointer or siguro pangit ng ano niya ng but he has the green light to shoot it ever since he came on board. He's been shooting this three-pointer, so I think he has that on his bag. He will have to be a better finisher, but yeah, I love the dog in him, and I think he will probably be the big man that will play the most minutes because I think si Barua is really gonna be relied on a year or two earlier than expected. He wasn't supposed to be FSA 1 for Ateneo, di ba? We all know the story. But I like him as a student of the game. I think this guy has dreams. Kasi I tried to look him up on the internet and saw him in social media. I think he's trying to get to the NCAA. He's sending his clips. Apparently, he has a high QPI also in Ateneo, 3 point something. So this guy knows the business. He's not, he's gonna take it seriously. So he will definitely get better through time. But I don't know. I think si Capihe will still play a lot of minutes. I like some of the minutes that si Leal played as the 5 and 4 a while ago. Very promising, I think, si JM Leal. Yung potential you can really see. He can be the next Carl Tamayo, in my opinion. That good.
Wow.
Whoa.
That good. I think he has that potential, di ba? To be that next power forward you can convert to the small forward but still be able to bully, di ba, the smaller guys. I think Leal has a lot of potential. Very encouraging what we've seen with him so far. I think it's what we expected of Jello Rota last year, yung what we're seeing with Leal this early. But yeah, he will get a lot of chances because we don't have a big man rotation, as we will probably do it by committee. Si Bongo will probably play for. I'm not surprised if si Toano will also have some games that he will need to play for again with Rogers at the 3. So I think Louis Alas is the right coach for this type of lineup. Diba? If you guys were watching, I don't know if some of our viewers have been were able to watch pa yung time ni Louis Alas with Letran. They were one of the only teams, diba? I mean, Letran is historically known as one of the teams that don't field an FSA. So I think he loves to play undersized big men. He loves to run the floor. He loves to play 2-point guards, which Ateneo has done even before the incident, diba? So I think that's si Espinosa will also get a lot more chances. So a lot of encouraging signs. But again, this is not in an NCAA or UAAP caliber talent, diba? If they were able to beat a team like GRU, San Beda, or any other UAAP team outside UE, maybe we could get a better grasp of the potential of this team. But yeah, at the end of the day, not so much bad things because I have zero expectations of this team. I'm just so happy that they are back on the floor and are given the chance, diba, to play.
Yeah, I think you guys talked about the top one for me. It's the size. I mentioned it earlier. Obviously, yung rust factor is there, but I think that's something that they can fix. For me, the one thing that the bad thing that stood out for me also was Jared Bahay injuring his shoulder. Mau, you mentioned it at the start of the episode. That is scary to me. Anytime he clutches his shoulder, Jared Bahay, that's like hold your breath for me. And it happened again in Ateneo. Maybe Jared Bahay shouldn't play in the Blue Eagle gym anymore kasi may trauma na tayo sa Jared Bahay shoulder injuries in the Blue Eagle gym. So I'm glad he was able to get back. So that could have been a lot worse. So hopefully it's nothing serious. Yeah, I think that's it for today's episode. We're already stretching to 35 minutes. Stay tuned for the next episode. We'll do another one of our UAAP season 89 preview episodes. If you haven't yet, please like, share this video, subscribe to our channel, and comment down below your thoughts on Ateneo's first game back. We'll see you again next time. Bye-bye. And remember, it's Torre, not Ture.